Alright guys, it's Mark, because of Fully's Fitness Channel back again. Alright, let's do the Mr Olympia Men's Open prejudging wrap-up. Alright, Big Ramy, unbelievable man, he's back, just crazily improved this year. Yeah, I'm really impressed with Big Ramy. First shot is front double bicep. Yeah, he was pretty good. I tried to get a couple of good shots from it online, but yeah, he was pretty good. Conditioning was definitely better from last year. Was he better than last year? Definitely better than last year. Massive improvement from last year for Big Ramy. Front double bicep was good. Everyone was going on about his calves, but like I was telling you before, his quads, they make his calves look small anyway. So he's got calves there anyway. But overall, he bring a pretty good package today. I was pretty excited about it. He's definitely improved on a couple of areas. His conditioning was definitely better than last year. Oh yeah, side chest pose was pretty good by Big Ramy. I was very impressed. His quads, his tie-in there was really good. Hamstring tie-in. His calves were good, and yeah, it was just an overall good package there by Big Ramy. So yeah, this is just going through the wrap up. My top 6, but this is in just random order at the moment, guys. So yeah, don't get the wrong idea. Alright, we'll move on to the next pose. Front lat spread. Yeah, that's a pretty massive pose there by Big Ramy. He really dwarfs a lot of guys, doesn't he, in that type of pose. I didn't really see any injuries in the quads because apparently he hurt himself this year. But yeah, overall it was pretty good, that type of pose. His quads were striated really well. His calves, he probably could have been a little bit better conditioned, but overall that's a pretty good pose there for Big Ramy. Go on to the next one, guys. Alright, back double bicep. See, this photo here doesn't really give justice to watching it live. It was a massive improvement from last year, Big Ramy. It was unbelievably massive back improvement from last year. You can definitely see the improvements. I know he's added a bit more size in there. As you can see, it's a bit more thicker than last year. And yeah, he's really given Phil Heath a run for his money this year. And he didn't have any abdomen distensions or anything like that. So I was extremely happy. The only thing I could pick on Big Ramy this year was maybe his tan. Pro tan wasn't good enough, but apart from that, very good, very, very impressed with Big Ramy this year. You know, he's a bit of excitement this year, the Mr Olympia and finals is going to be really good. But yeah, his back was massively improved from last year. Good stuff, Big Ramy. Good stuff. All right, go to the next pose. It's just his semi-crab pose that he normally does. It's a pretty good pose by him. As you can see, his abs are really tight there too. I'm extremely impressed with that pose by Big Ramy. Yeah, overall, I'm impressed with Big Ramy's presentation in the prejudging, and we'll just move on to the next one now. All right, on to Brandon Curry now. He is massive. He's the most biggest improver from last year, easily. I can't really say much else about Brandon Curry, but it was just crazy, man. Like his condition. So even these photos again, they don't really do justice for him, but very, very conditioned. He was super peeled, and his quads have definitely improved from last year. Everyone always picks his legs, but I was super impressed with his condition and his overall mass that he brought this year. All right, go on to the next pose, guys. That's just a relaxed stance by Brandon Curry. As you can see, he's well conditioned there, man. He's super peeled, and even on the live stream, his quads definitely looked a lot more bigger on the live stream of photos. All right, we'll go on to the next pose, guys. All right, that's side chest for Brandon Curry. That's a pretty good pose by him too. The only flaw I can pick on Brandon Curry this year is, like I said, his quads could be a little bit bigger, but apart from that, guys, super peeled this year. I'm impressed. All right, we're going to the next pose. That's just another pose. We're going to the next one. This is his most muscular pose. And yeah, this is a pretty good pose by him, like I said, the photos don't really do him justice in this either, but overall, I'm extremely impressed with Brandon Curry. Yeah, alright, we'll go on to the next pose, guys. Back double bicep. It was massive improvement last year. He is a different bodybuilder this year, guys. He's added on some serious condition, and his back is a lot more thicker than last year. The only knock again on Brandon Curry is his hamstrings and quads could be a little bit thicker, but apart from that, overall good package that he's bringing to this year's Mr Olympia, Brandon Curry. All right, we'll go on to the next one. All right, Dexter Jackson, man. What can I really say about Dexter Jackson? He's the blade, man. And I can't really see much improvement from last year. Maybe a drop, but he's still really, really conditioned, which is really good for him as always. His side chest pose is really good. All right, we'll go on to the next one. All right, his back double bicep from the back was very good pose of him. He's still got his legs too, man. It's crazy, man. His back overall, his package is probably the same as last year, except maybe a drop better condition than last year. All right, but that's not a bad pose there for Dexter Jackson. I'm impressed, man. He's a warrior. He does not give up, does he? All right, we'll go on to the next one, guys. Still the blade, but that's a damn sure. All right, that's abdominals and thighs by Dexter Jackson. Crazy condition, so he didn't really have much of an distended abdomen this year. And his legs, man, they're still there. Apart from his calves, it's just, but he's always had some nerve damage. But crazy, man. What more can I say about Dexter Jackson? He was tight tonight. The blade, Dexter Jackson. It's extremely impressive. We're going to the next one. That's his most muscular. It's a good pose there by Dexter Jackson. Two mad props, man. Doing well. All right, we'll go on to the next one. And front double biceps. He's good. Look at his legs. So they're still there, aren't they? They're thick. There's got striations in it. Even his arms and his triceps, they haven't really lost much over the years. And yeah, overall, good package there by Dexter Jackson. And he'd bring pretty much the same package as last year. Alright, guys, we'll go on to the next one. Alright, we're up to Phil Heath now. This is in no particular order. Alright, Phil Heath, man. Bought the same package as last year. Maybe a drop. I don't know, a drop worse than last year, but he's still good, but his condition was there. The only thing I could pick on Phil Heath this year, for some reason he had a distended abdomen at the bottom, but it just sort of looked a little bit bloaty. But apart from that, he's a complete package as always. He had everything there: calves, quads, sweep. His biceps and triceps were always huge, but yeah, he bring a really good package. He's not as good as last year, but still good enough, I think. All right, guys. Side chest pose for Phil Heath. So he's always had the weird hamstring tie there. I don't know. It just always looks a little bit weird, but apart from that, pretty complete, man. He's on, but he's not 100%. I reckon he's maybe a drop off this year. But overall, pretty impressive. Go on to the next pose. And here we go from the back. As you can see, a massive difference compared to the other bodybuilders. It is just crazy, man. Like even the striations in his hams, his calves. Look at his back, so thick. Oh man, 3D look there by Phil Heath again, man. Take home pose. He's probably still the man to win, man. He's still ahead, and I think he'll probably win this year. But yeah, that's a take home pose there for Phil Heath. Right, I'll go on to the next one. And that's a rear lat spread. It's a not too bad pose for Phil Heath, but you could just see he's got massive muscle gaps there. You can see it's just crazy, man. He's got massive thickness there. He's a level ahead to the other guys from the back, just because he's just striated in his hams and just calves and just he's the overall good package. Anything I could pick up Phil Heath. On to the next one. He's had a bit of bloatingness there. I noticed it a bit. Last year it wasn't that bad, but this year it's a lot worse for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's with age. I don't know. But yeah, overall, man. Apart from that, his physique is absolutely, well equipped muscle, man, and 3D look. I can't really see Big Ramy beating him, but it's a lot closer than what people think. But yeah, overall good package there by Phil Heath. I'll go on to the next one. Alright, Alright, Flextron Road, a bit disappointing this year. I don't really like to knock on Peakable, but bodybuilding's a critique sport. But yeah, he had really bad abdomen distension. It was really bad. It really poked out. Overall, he was not really in condition, man, like this year. Obviously, his quads and calves, they're all still there, but just carrying a bit of water. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed. He's dropped a few places, actually, in my prediction. I didn't think he would slide that much, but, the finals are tomorrow, so you never know. Anything can happen. All right, we'll go on to the next one. And yeah, as you can see, he's just carrying some water. He's just not as crisp as what he was last year. But yeah, overall, he's got a pleasing physique, but yeah, just sort of missed dialing it in this year. But all right, we'll go on to the next one. And yeah, as you can see, he's just not conditioned enough. And yeah, he's definitely carrying some water for the side chest pose. All right, we'll go on to see the back. Yeah, it's definitely not conditioned enough. So you can see what I showed you the previous sort of Phil Heath. He has conditions there in the hams, and God, he just absolutely trounces Flextron Road, and Phil Heath does. It's just crazy, man, from the back. But yeah, pretty disappointing, but he'll bounce back, Flextron Road, and he's strong-minded, but yeah, he's got hair this year, so a bit different. All right, we'll go on to the next one. And abdominals and fire. See, right there, you can see that he's definitely not as sharp as what he used to be, especially last year. I think he's just a bit too casual this year, relaxed. I don't know, it's a bit hard to explain. To watch him, he just maybe a bit too heavy. I think he came in this year, but it's definitely conditioned with Flextron Road in this year. But we'll just see what condition he can bring in at the finals. All right, we'll go on to the next photo. And all right, here we go, guys. William Bonac. Whew. Unbelievable, man. He's really surprised me this year. He's got a good overall package anyway, but he is stacked, man, William Bonac this year. And he has improved from last year. I don't know how he has, but he's somehow put on a little bit more mass on that frame of his, because he's sort of a shorter guy. But side tricep, man, posed by him. Side chest posed by him. Looks really good, eh? And his arms and his forearms are crazy, man. You know what I mean? Alright, we'll go on to the next one. His quads. He's got a good hamstring sweep. But yeah, alright, we'll go on to the next one, guys. And from the back, he was just absolutely stacked too. His photo doesn't really do him justice, but he's definitely well conditioned in this at the prejudging this year. Yeah, God, he's got so much mass, man. If you look at it, he's a pretty complete bodybuilder. It's just can't really add any more mass, but he's definitely like top 3 this year. It's pretty crazy. All right, we'll go on to the next one. All right, that's his crab pose. Oh, he's just crazy, man. Look at his arms, man. Triceps. Oh, yeah, he's pretty stacked, isn't he, man? He's got good quads and good calves. But, yeah, he's pushed a couple of guys off the podium this year, especially down spots. All right, we'll go on to the next one. And that is his most muscular. As you can see there, it's a good pose of him too, eh? Alright, we'll go on to the next one. And a front double bicep. That's a decent pose for him too. Well conditioned. So the problem with William Bonac is he's really good at... You can't really stack on too much because he'll spill over, with the water, and he'll just be too big then, you know what I mean? But overall, extremely impressive this year with William Bonac. Alright, we'll go on to the next one. Alright, we're on to the comparison for phases here. See, from the back, you can clearly see that Phil Heath, like even his hamstrings, look at that compared to Big Ram. Says Big Ram is not really conditioned there, and his calves, Phil Heath's obviously conditioned there too. But just from the back, look at it, man. Just the condition of Phil Heath compared to Big Ram. I tell you what, it's very close when you look at it. And I tell you, man, I still have Phil Heath winning. But he might have got some points taken off from the bloatness that he had in his abdomen. But, man, from the back, he's still just ahead of Big Ramy, I think, eh? But, Big Ramy, if he comes in a bit more condition. But, yeah, from the back, Phil Heath's still the man, man. All right. But, yeah, pretty crazy, guys, comparison there. We're going to another one, side tricep. As you can see there, you can see a bit of the dissension there on Phil Heath. See, Big Ramy doesn't have it. Same with William Bonac. They all hold it. I don't know what it is with Phil Heath. I don't know, but that's probably not one of his greatest opposers. But we'll go on to the next one. and front double bicep. All right. Yeah, that big Ramy. I don't know, for some reason these quads look a little bit weird, but they're still massive. They're big, like bigger than Phil Heath's, but you can just see, he's just way more conditioned than Big Ramy. You can just see it. And overall 3D effect, probably will win over Big Ramy this year, but yeah, it's definitely condition again. And from the back with Phil Heath is definitely take-home pose for this year's Mr Olympia. And William Bonoke, he's definitely holding his sway against Phil Heath in this pose. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I can't really see Big Ramy winning this year, but you never know, guys. All right, we'll go on to the next one. And that's just another front double bicep. They just switched them over. You can clearly see the condition in Phil Heath is a lot more better than Big Ramy, but just in the quads, a bit more condition there. But yeah, well done to William Bonac. I pick him to probably be 3 this year too. He's really impressed me this year. All right, that's Cedric William. We'll go back to that, and yeah, all right. That's my pick, guys, for the Mr Olympia this year. I think Phil Heath will take it home in the finals tomorrow. But yeah, overall, I'm extremely impressed with Big Ramy this year. He's really just brought it this year. This will be my top 6 for this year's Mr Olympia, I reckon. All right, number 6 will be Flextron Roden. Number 5 will be Brandon Curry, and number 4 will be Dexter Jackson. And number 3 will be William Bonac. And number 2 will be Big Ramy. He's crazily improved this year. I'm extremely impressed with his overall conditions, not too bad. And his back is thicker than last year, definitely. And Phil Heath, the champ, he'll win number 7 again this year, guys. Apart from these distended abdomen, he's overall complete, man, and his back is crazy. And yeah, that's my pick on that, guys. That's my top 6 prejudging wrap. We'll be